Hi everybody, and welcome to the very first Let's Build with VG Toolbox. The idea behind this series is to build all the sort of large projects that we don't really quite want to build on camera for the Let's Play, because frankly it can be boring. Maybe you just want to see the finished product, in which case watch the Let's Play. If you want to see us make it, watch the Let's Build. That's generally the idea. So here I am now just setting up the toggle that's going to choose whether or not the elevator is going up or down. I think this is the only bit I get right first time, which is a little bit depressing. Oh, there's Buncible. Buncible's going to be popping in and out throughout this recording. He's not doing a voiceover right now, but we're thinking he'll probably be doing voiceovers with me in the next few episodes. This one's more just of a test, just see how you guys like it. So that's me just flipping a switch because I've got nothing better to do. And on goes the NOT gate. The NOT gate is to turn off the timer if I want to. So power turns the NOT gate turns off the timer automatically, which is that one on the left there. So the timer's off automatically. The NOT gate's turned on by at the moment it's turned on by green, which it shouldn't be, but it will be turned on anytime there's a requirement for it to be on, if you understand me. So for example, if it needs to go up or down, as dictated by the counter, which will count how many times it goes up or down, then it'll do that. Just waiting for me to do something interesting. I've just realised that it's a little bit silly what I've done there, so... Yeah, no, that change was silly. It was right the first time. So... Oh, skeleton. Thanks, Bunce. Bunce keeps popping up. He's trying to give me a pulse former, which I asked for, but unfortunately he can't drop things, so he's just ran away. There it is. Okay, so... Yeah, every time he tried to drop things, they just reappeared back in his inventory. It was fun. We laughed. He cried. And we grew closer together as friends as a result. Okay, so I'm sort of realising that what I've done there with the NOT gate and the green is wrong, but it's too complicated right now for me to fix. So the idea is that I'm going to fix it once I've done a little bit more. I'm using the red there, coming out the timer, as you just saw, to hold the pulse from the timer. So that the idea is that the red's going to be the driving raw trigger. Then I'm going to filter that with AND gates via the green, which is the power source for down, and purple is the power source for up. So when purple is on and the red is pulsing, each pulse will make the elevator go up, and if green's on, each pulse will make the elevator go down. So I'm just putting that in now. Nice little trick, if you hold down shift while you're right clicking on something like this with a screwdriver, you can change its settings. So for example, just then I've turned off the requirement to have two of those lights on, two of those redstone torches on, you see, so it only needs two instead of three. So I'll put green in there, I'll put purple in the other side, there we go. Put that back into the bundle cable. Bundle cables store all wires in one block. It's a very, very, very helpful tool to use when you're making things like this. By the way, if you are a bit confused about the layout I've gone for, it's not very efficient, but what I've tried to do is keep all the pieces of circuitry separate. So each individual piece does its own thing, and they're only connected to bundle cable, not to other circuits, if you understand me. Or, well, in fact they are connected to other circuits, but via the bundle cable. It just means it's a little bit easier to understand for me, a little bit easier to understand for you guys. Could have been smaller though, so that's something to bear in mind. Okay, so right now I'm going to put the counter together, and the idea of the counter is it's going to count how many times it goes up and how many times it goes down. The way I've set this up is so that it defaults to up. It will not move from up unless it gets a signal. When it gets the signal, it will move down. I think it's 8 blocks it needs to go down, and then when it gets to 8, it will carry on trying to go down for another 8 times. That will give us about 16-second delay before it starts automatically going back up. So to do that, we put a count of 18 in the counter and an increment of 1 and a decrement of 8. So sorry, a decrement of 2. Sorry. So what it'll do is it'll go down 16 times, go up 8 times, but it will stop because the floor will stop it from going down any more than 8. So basically we're using Frame's inability to push things as a tool to stop it from going too far, and meaning we don't need another timer or anything in there, so it just makes it easier. So there's me just setting the increment and decrement. Now I'm just testing to see if it works. Yep, seems to work. And then the orange then flips the toggle, sends it going the other way. There you go. Although I've just I deleted the I got rid of the NOT gate because the way I'd done that really wasn't working. Because it didn't need to be connected to green. It needs to be connected to green and orange and purple, but overridden by green. So green's more important than purple is the idea. No, sorry, it's green, not purple. So if green's on, it works. If purple's off, it works. But if purple's on, it doesn't work. Okay, so, I've just realised I need some repeaters, and Will's in the farm, as usual. So he's just going to get me some made. He's not too happy about it. Come on, Bunce. Just make those bloody repeaters. Can't do anything until you do it. Oh, there he is. Just putting repeaters down willy-nilly. There's my full inventory. It's incredible. Okay, so this is some fantastic wire work that I partake in for no reason whatsoever, because I'll break it all in a second anyway. Basically, I'm trying to get that cyan wire to bundle cable. So, actually, think about it. I think it's not purple. It's not turning on the NOT gate, or turning off the timer, should I say. Isn't green not purple, it's green not cyan, I've just remembered. So the cyan I use to know when it's finished, so when it's all the way up, green will override it. So I'm just about to set up that section of the circuit over in the corner over there near that grey wire, but I seem to be fixated on that toggle for some reason. It was about 4 in the morning when I recorded this, so I was going quite slowly. Okay, so, and then cyan wire, and so the cyan wire. Any moment now I'm going to put cyan wire down. Wow. There we go. Come on, put it down. I'm such an idiot. Like this video if you think I'm being a moron. There we go, it's down. So, pop out my repeaters in a second, any moment now. No? Here we go. So, the blue, by the way, is going to be the input, which in this case is going to be a computer that's wirelessly connected to another computer. The idea is that you can't then hack the original computer because it's wirelessly connected. Unless you watch this video, then you most likely will be able to. Actually, in fact, we're not going to do the computer in this episode, it'll be in the next episode. Because that's really quite boring, because it probably won't even be in Minecraft, I'll just be writing on Notepad. So the grey wire represents turning off and on the timer, and I've just realised that I need to be able to get a signal that overrides the cyan wire. But I'm hoping I don't need to, because it might just work, but it doesn't. Any moment now I'm going to realise. Yeah, I've just realised I need another repeater, so I'm going to have to ask Will for one. He's going to love it. Here we go. Oh, poor Will. He's been watching too many videos. Here's me cleaning up this atrocious wire work. There we go, much nicer. So now I just need to get a repeater and shove it into the green. So he's just giving me the repeater, so he's back to his farm now. There we go. So put that in there. Repeater stops it from going backwards. It stops grey basically affecting green, which is what we don't want. That's why I needed the repeater. So there we go. So now it's effectively working. If you see now, the toggle flips whether we're going up or down, which is what the blue input would do. So yeah, nearly finished. But I just want to go get some lamps so that I can actually see it working, so I'll be able to see the signal coming through. Ugh, so now Bunce decides to... Yeah, that's right, get out. Just litters everywhere. Right, so now I'm putting things in my alchemical bag, rather than sort out my inventory. There's the lamps. So now they'll flash a bit. It was a bit buggy, the lighting last night, so that's why they don't look quite right. But yeah, they are working, as you can tell. The timer's just a little bit fast, which needs fixing. There you go. So hopefully I won't stand here and count to 16, but you can see the lights flashing on and off, and then it switches to the other one, which flashes on and off as well. There you go. So that's more or less working. Now, you're most likely about to notice that I spend quite a large portion of time now attempting to figure out why it's not going up and it's only gone down. Because if you notice at the beginning it was up by, was it 2 blocks? And now it's flush with the floor. So it did actually go down. But just then I was counting the number of blocks I needed, which I... Was it 16? Did I say 16? I don't even know. Yeah, so the problem is this cable, which I've only just realised whilst editing it, isn't going into the side of that, the bottom frame motor. But at the time I didn't even notice, I just thought it just randomly started to work. Again, sorry, it was really late. Painkillers keeping me up all night. You might as well stop watching, because the next, how long is it? 4 minutes is me worrying that why is it not working, and I don't understand why it's not working. Circuitry is effectively finished. I think I swapped the white and the black over because the up and down are back to front, which is my own silly fault. Yep, there you go. So I'm swapping the white and black over. That definitely doesn't work, so then I decide to actually swap it over there. And then at some point I'll swap those back over there as well, because it's wrong. Bunce is talking to me at the moment. I'm ignoring him. He wants me to change the colour of the lights because they're for farms, and he's getting angry. His OCD's flaring up. So I'll just run around the circuitry a bit, get some exercise. Testing it again. This is when I realised that it's not quite hooked up properly, I think. So that's when I'll be fixing the black and white wires behind me. I think. This is when I start panicking about... Look, you can see that cable at the bottom. It's clearly not connected to the frame motor, and I'm just not noticing it. I'm amazing. Incredible. What am I doing? Okay, so right now I'm breaking away all the gold blocks and sub blocks that we have, just to see if I can figure out why it's not moving, whether it's stuck to the floor. No, it's not stuck to the floor. And then Bunce is going to get angry at me because I just broke his farm floor. There he is. Nope. And here we go. So I think right now my next step is to break all the gold blocks around the top of the frame, because I'm a well-balanced individual who thinks before he acts. Isn't it frustrating knowing that I know exactly what I did wrong, but I can't stop myself from getting it wrong again? It's like a film. Someone write a film about that. It's like Groundhog Day. Only with less Bill Murray, which means it's rubbish. Jetpack ran out, got stuck in the basement, so I'm just charging that up. Put the floor back, because I'm not an animal. And that music indicates that we're getting close to the end, finally. Apologies for the faffing. Definitely going to think we're going to have Bunce comment on the next one, because frankly I'm finding it hard to carry on talking. Here we go. Get that in the right order. Don't put that back, because that's what was wrong in the first place. There you go, that's tucked in. Click go. It's already down, so it won't move down first. It'll stay down for about 24 seconds. And then... So it's 24, no, actually maybe 36 seconds. And then, there you go, and back up. And that's it, it's finished. Up it goes. Aha! Perfect. So now the elevator works. It's just a case of making good. And I'll probably just stick a button upstairs just to make sure it, make it functional for now. But there will be a computer set up and a much nicer system set up in the future. So, yeah, but for now we need to be able to record episodes by getting into the basement. Okay, so the elevator's working. You won't shut up. Oop, I want to be on there. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.
Who are you talking to?